What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Alibaba Group Holdings with the ticker symbol BABA. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So I did my analysis for BABA last week Friday, and you can see that since then, price continued working its way higher on Monday towards that $80 level. Tuesday, price almost reached it. It stopped at the 78, and then today we saw that earnings that dropped down the price. It basically reversed that gap up. So there was a huge gap up, and then earnings, gap down. So we're still above the EMA. We have this potential trend line in play, and the measurement target wasn't reached completely at the $80 level. So there's still another opportunity for the bulls to continue pushing up price towards that $80 level. But again, the good chance that'll be acting as resistance because it was prior support. It can turn into resistance. It's not guaranteed, but it can, especially because price is in a downtrend. Even if price were to break above the $80 level, we saw this $81 trend line right in the way. That's what this arrow represents. So again, we do have resistance levels even if price does move up higher. Now let's say the bears are able to break this trend line towards the upside. Where would be the next target? It will be back down to this prior low because there's a gap right here that can be filled. And that would take price right down to the 67. And again, we do have measurement targets also towards the downside in play. The first one at 58, which is the 2022 low, and the next one at the 54 level, 53-54 level, which is right below the all-time lows. So again, overall, BABA is still kind of trending its way down, and it needs to find support immediately and continue pushing up higher. If not, there's a couple of downward targets in play. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. And you can see that price is below this weekly EMA. It's below this trend line, below the $80 level. This week is not looking like a strong bar, looking kind of bearish. Let me go and move the lines. So you see it looks kind of like a tail bar where price traded all the way up to the high 70s and reversed most of it. So, tail bar can lead to more selling, just like this one right here. This is the bigger one right over here. So again, candlesticks don't really matter in isolation. But again, if you have everything bearish as well, like measure move targets to the downside, a downward trend, a trend line, then it starts to add more, weight to your analysis. So again, this is still bearish for BABA. Just because we had a pop up in the last couple of weeks doesn't mean much. It can get erased. We had this massive move up right over here in October up until January 2023, October 2022 and January 2023, but most of it has gotten wiped out thus far. So again, it's still on track to continue lower unless we see something drastically change. That earnings report, if it gapped up price, above the mid 80s, that would have been something that could have led to much more higher prices. But since it just gapped down, it already threw basically salt on the wound because this was a bearish stock, and you have the earnings report also continuing to dump down the price. That's just a double hit. And earnings report looks like they slightly missed on revenue earnings. They met the revenue. So again, not much has changed. That was just a technical drop. Price basically almost reached the target. We were at somewhat of a small resistance, and basically price filled in that gap. So we still get another pop-up higher. If we don't, it's going to continue lower. So again, the way I would look at this is that short term, there's probably not much upside potential left unless we see something huge. Either way, if we just continue down, those are my targets. If we continue up, we're probably not going to continue much higher, and we'll probably just continue dropping from there. So that's all I have for BABA on the daily and weekly charts, and most likely I'll give you guys an update on Friday. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.